So much, so much. I was so excited. I nearly danced out of the bed. Okay. It was like inspiration hit, and it was like I could not wait to get up and talk to you guys. Liking the lip. Oh, yeah. That brown and that nothing. Yeah. That brown and nude combo goes a long way. You see, I got that pencil, right? I got that lead on me. I got that lead on me. I got that pencil, boy. What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are waking up with Nix. Or maybe you just got in, but you still with Nix if you're here. How are you? There's a lot going on in this here world. I've come to tell you about it. All right, so let me get my coffee on me because you know I love my dear coffee. Lately, I've been taking it black. Take what resonates, sun, moon, rising, everything, and what I'm going to say to you. You might even want to go and get a pen or pad or two so that you can remember some of the information because this is going to be vital to some people. I'm probably going to end up indirectly and directly sending you toward spiritual wealth, your spiritual inheritance. So pardon me while I get myself prepared to send you where you need to go, okay? Some of us are going to know, some of us are going to be a little upset about me sending people to go where they need to go because that's going to pretty much mess up your little crazy little plan. The cat's meowing. You heard that, right? It just went. You hear it? The animals are with us. I don't know whose spirit animal that is outside, but hey, sweetie, how are you? I did put some fruit and stuff out by the tree, and I've been doing that for fertilizer just to make sure that, it gets some vitamins over there because everybody's throwing away all these chip bags and this plastic and their soda and their carry out stuff that the soil is not getting. We're starting to treat the earth exactly how we treat ourselves and our children that we don't like, right? Well, not me. I love my child. So this is why I want to feed the earth back the things that the earth has definitely fed me. So I usually just put my fruit scraps and things of that nature that I can't break down into the earth because what are we doing here? You think the earth wants your cigarettes? You think the earth wants your discarded cigarettes and your diapers and shit? No. The earth does not want that. That's pollution, okay? It does not come out of the ground like that. So why would the earth accept it like that? So let's be mindful and put things where they need to go. We have recycling, we have Department of Waste Management. We have trash bags, trash cans. We have a manner in which things should be discarded. Just throwing things out is throwing things out. Yeah. Some people are just throwing things out without any regulation. Okay. And that also involves your mouth. You can't always just throw things out. Okay. We have a constitution, which means that there is a certain term, there's a certain freedom of speech that you do have, but there's no guaranteed freedom after your speech, okay? So be mindful of the things that you do say and make sure that you can live with it once it's left out there. Once you just put it out there, it's very, very hard to take it back. Not unless you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Oh, wait. By the way, who gave the crackhead access to Nexus Lexus? I'm going to let you put a pin in that. I'm going to let you sit on that, okay? Because somebody has given someone who has no real credibility a job. And it's not to say that people shouldn't be given a chance if they could do something very well. It's just that when a person already has a history of certain things, you don't give them access. Or was that by design? I told you the other day I wanted to interview for FIA. That's the person who stamps food stamps and SNAP and that sort of thing. They didn't give me that job. They instead gave me a job working as a workhorse, something that I did not appreciate because that's not what I wanted to do. However, they slow walked me into it because they knew I was going to leave if they made me a freaking slave. So what happened was they gave me an office job, got mad because I could actually do the office job. And by way of doing the office job, I was also to keep an amazing real-time audit of the people around me. And that got me in trouble because I'm not blind. My eyes are big for a reason. It's because I can see. Hmm. All right, so that part, let's fast forward. I did notice as things got along and I got a little bit easier as it came, and all the little flying monkeys that they kept putting around me were basically getting bounced back off. Then they put the main witch in the office with the other one. The other one was kind of fading out, so she was chilling and really hadn't realized that they put a handler on her to put a handle on me. So when I walked into the building that day and I seen that everybody was either losing weight and looking gaunt or looking big and big as hell, and here she is trying to look like the freshest dough ever and trying to tell me what to do. It was like, okay, I see what you got going on here. I got it. I got it. It's time for me to exit left. And when I actually did exit left after the subtle threats, talking about why is there always pushback when I'm talking to you? Look, chick, I didn't come out of you. And the chick that I came out of can't talk to me like that anyway. This is why she tried to recruit you. And this is why we're not going to do this. I'm not explaining anything that is already explained. The fact that you're here means you know what I'm here for. All right, so let's not play dumb. Go play dumb with your friends. All right, there you go. How you do it, and step on out. All right, so here we go. And I'm also aware of the person who keeps subscribing and unsubscribing. Honey, do me a favor. Just visit and don't subscribe, because it looks pretty obvious when you do that every day. You're subscribing, you're unsubscribing. It really looks like you're a bit disheveled. It looks like your mind might be a bit fragmented, and yeah, it's starting to look a little what do they say about people who they're trying to make look, oh, it looks that way, that's the way it looks. The way you wanted me to look is the way that you're looking now, because why are you subscribing and why are you doing all this every other day? All right, that's what's up for you. Okay, so let's get this over with, because I've got a lot to say to you. Like I said, please do yourself a favor and grab yourself a pen or a paper, because this is a lot of information. Yes, you guys are connected to each other. All right, that's what's up, and I could tell. It's all right. You know, when I talked to that commissioner the other day and I spoke something, it looked like her heart dropped into her ass, and it was so good. I've never seen that shade of blush before. It was natural. It was organic. It was not it was unconscious. It might have been uncalled for, but I'd never seen that shade of blush. But I know I created it by the words that I'd said. That type of body language cannot ever go untranslated. Let me tell you. All right, so we're still in Proverbs because we're taking instruction, okay? Instruction. So you know me, I cannot lead unless I knew how to follow. And what I did was follow the Most High, because I needed an expert, because the people here who were deemed experts were experts are trying to tell me some stuff that I didn't want to hear, didn't need to hear, and they wanted me in fear. They wanted me in fear of what they knew and what they didn't, what I didn't know. But what the thing about it is, it's not that I didn't know, I just didn't know the direction. And now that I have north, east, west, and south handled like I need to handle it, here we are in the great direction. So pardon me as I take you through Proverbs 2. All right, all right, all right. And congratulations to all my Geminis. Mazel tov to all of the new weddings and the celebrations and things of that nature. Yes, it's not a mistake by the words that I choose and use, is because it's usually telling you what culture is involved, what culture stalking me, and what's been mixed up. A lot of times I'm getting this whole Jewish Spanish combination. So somebody's in a Jewish Spanish union, and some of the money that's being redistributed, I'm going to say it the nice way, is going toward their kids and their college and their savings and their yard and their water bills and things of that nature. So they're very much um, um, invested. I'll say they're very much invested in this little coupe de thing, whatever this thing is called, whatever you guys call it when you meet up, classified crap, whatever. All right, so let's keep going because I have lots of information to give you. Let's start with my coffee. Let me stir it up, baby. Stir it up. Is there a song? There's a song about stirring it up. Somebody likes to keep things stirred up. They stir it up. They stir it up. No, that's Bob Marley. That's spiritual. All right, let's go. Let's go. Sacral chakra, creativity, sacred. All right, so stir it up. Oh, stir it up. That's right. Stir it up. So somebody likes to keep things stirred up because they benefit from stirring things up. This involves about 8 families. I was talking about the hateful eight yesterday, but you got to think about the hateful eight. Everybody was involved in the hateful eight. There was Minnie, there was Samuel Jackson, there was the Indian. That's how they said it. That was the Indian. All right. Then there was the white guy that was playing an Indian. They do that a lot. Then there was the only person that did not get represented in hateful eight was Asian. That's the only one. So even if there are some that are involved, it's very loose. It's a very loose connection. It's a distant connection. Something about Canada. Sneak attack. The sneak attack came from Canada. There was a sneak attack that was supposed to originate from Canada. Maybe somebody was from their social media. Maybe they're a practitioner. We don't know exactly what the connection was, but it was a sneak attack from Canada. All right. I don't know whether or not they were of the European descent, whether they were of the Caribbean descent, because guess what? Everybody gets up there. So it might have been an Inuit. It might have been an indigenous person that they did get, because there are a lot of indigenous people in Canada. They're indigenous to Alaska. Do you know that there's a place in this United States where you can go and get $1,000 check just because you live there? Yep, that's Alaska. It's cold. So that's also an incentive to get your butt up there and train yourself to be a little bit more weather resistant. It doesn't help to stay in the same place forever because you'll never figure things out if you don't move TF around. TF. Move TF. So somebody's been moving twin flames around, and this is how they make their money. The romance scams. Dang. It's so good that it's bad. All right, that was Nickelodeon. I don't know why I banged that out just now. Bang that out. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, but that was Nickelodeon. What's up with you kids? So that might have been something that happened to Raven-Symoné when she was visiting here. Someone did seek her, did control her through one of the Warlockians in Baltimore, and this is what happened. Like I said, you're going to want to write some of this stuff down because there's directions you need to go find your stuff, right? So Raven-Symoné used to come here to Baltimore, and unfortunately, these men here, they have no shame in spending a rich woman's. Okay. Same thing with another comedian's wife. We went on a double date. Love you, girl. I still have a lot of love for you. Hopefully you do some for me. If you send some bad intentions to me, I feel sorry for you, but whatever. So yeah, that part. So we see, I see how pieces have been moved around, and Baltimore is one conduit for talent. A lot of stars come through here unbeknownst to us. They look us dead in the face. They know how to put on the Baltimore dust and kind of use that as camouflage, and boom. Pretty much all you got to do is get to the Black and Mild circuit, get a few sweatsuits, and look a certain way, and you can fit in as long as you get surround yourself with a couple of the zombie the zombies and stuff and learn how to say to and do. You know what I'm saying? So once you get that figured out, you can kind of pretty much finagle the thing. It's a lot of sons around me. Real sons are drowning. Get around me. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, ho, ho, ho. A lot of sons around me. Real ones are drowning. Get around me. Ho, 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 ho. So there are people around that are trying to get your ideas, trying to get your energy, trying to just get whatever they can. They want to steal your mail. They want to know what's coming in so that they can maybe redirect it or maybe piss you off or maybe make you want to fight so they can sue you or get you locked up. Hey, hi, Officer Bienvito. How are you? That's what Bienvito. I keep coming out of my door and I walk right into this man. It's crazy that he's always seems to be around when I don't want him. When I do want him, he's never around. Weird. I was cutting the grass yesterday, right? So I go out to cut the grass and I happen to look up and there he is, just sitting at the bottom, the top of the block, just, with a little, and I wave, because it's good to be nice to the people who are supposed to be keeping you safe, but you don't know what's going on. All I know is, when did it become illegal for me to not sell crack? Because everybody else seems to be getting away with some shit. Either way, so as I'm doing my thing, I noticed that a little paddy wagon, not a paddy wagon, but a little SUV, up at top, parked at the top of the block. And I realized something. Maybe you guys think you're going to lock me up for nothing, right? Because the little, the dumbass officer. I hope your partner's not named that because somebody's named your partner the dumbass officer. So, that part. So what I was saying was, yeah, they seem to be like around me and stuff. And I realized that they usually sit and stare at me because, like I said, I got on the train a couple times, like right next to the right next to the operator just to see what would happen. People were smoking cigarettes, blunts, and drinking right on the train, right on the platform, right under the camera. But the focus was on me. So it wasn't nothing for me to really, I knew what was going on. So when I looked down and I seen the hypodermic needle that I was talking about the other day in the subway, it was like, it wasn't really a surprise. It was just that they probably were surprised that I actually took something and knocked it onto the subway tracks. Because, hey, if you want to stick me with that, you're going to work and I'm going to see you. Yeah. I watch movies and I read books. And I also happen to have an imagination because I'm a book writer. So kind of chill with that. You're going to exhaust yourself. And somebody's wife or husband is not going to really be like going for this. They're going to be like, what the hell? So you put our family under the gamut for what? To do what? To one person with all these people? Did it ever occur to you that once a bunch of people got involved, there would be a lot to discover? I don't know who needs to hear that. Okay. I told you I was going to Proverbs, right? But the thing is a little short, so I didn't think I was going to have you hold up a little bit. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so this part. Let me take a sip. But the ones who want to know, I did start with water this morning. I don't just go straight to the acid in the gut. But yeah, thanks for thinking. All right, so my son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou Christ after, let me slow down, because, I got that Caribbean thing where I say words a little fast. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things, who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and their froward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words. So somebody got led away. They got tricked out their spot. Yeah, they got tricked out their spot. They saw strangers and exotic when they should have seen strangers exactly what it was. Weird. Yeah, that part. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her God. Yeah, she's a devil worshiper. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the end. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteousness. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. Selah, so be it, so let it be. Amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Good morning. All right, so from that instruction, 10:10 on the clock, I love it. Not on the clock, but on the screen. I love it because this is what we're here to do. We are here to get through the chaos that was purposely set forward so people can do the smoke and mirror things and steal, right? Because you don't need to know exactly where your money is going. They don't want you to know because they can't get high and play in your face. That's basically, they can't chase that husband that chases your daughter, and play in your face, okay? You're so off, you don't even know that your coworker, one of your coworkers, has someone going after your kids while they basically go after your money and sit and play in your face. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't realize it till it happened to me. There were lots of coworkers that decided that they were going to talk about my panty drawers. The fact of the matter is, they're not invisible. They're just smiling in your face all the time. They're trying to take your place. Those backstabbers. OJs, backstabbers, they smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Them backstabbers, backstabbers. Hey, let's get to it. Stop. I'm in love with me. I know you don't believe. Stop. I'm in love with me. I know you can't believe, can't get over, won't get over. Woo! Downloads aplenty. So with that scripture, when it was saying something about the strange woman and having your basically leading you to death. Now it doesn't lead you to straight to the grave, but for some it does. But what I'm saying is it leads to a life of things that lead to dead ends. It might lead you to the streets where you're going to also always have to be looking and off balance, and then people are making money off of you that way. So basically whatever you end up doing after you have encountered such a woman, you'll be on a hamster wheel unbeknownst to you. It's because of the energy that you observe, or you basically absorbed because you went over there. And some of you guys are so jaded by the fact that you've been raised by such strange women that you have not realized that there is another way to live because you have been indoctrinated by the strange woman. Some of you guys came out warlocks by default because you were raised by strange women, women that lived in, that had you living in whorehouses, women that had you basically around the substances from early age, women that basically pushed you into adulthood way before you were ready. So you basically never got a chance to live. You only got a chance to really just do survival. And that looks like you breadcrumb yourself through life. And for some people, they get an ebb and a flow and they take those breadcrumbs and maybe they build a loaf, but the loaf has poor quality. It doesn't have any nutrients to it, but it's a loaf, yet it is. And I think that's why the birds don't eat that shit no more. Yeah, that part. But anyway, let's get to it. Something I amassed yesterday. No, not yesterday. Maybe an hour or so ago. 2 hours. It's 2:30 right now. 2:30. Five unexpected changes. We're gonna go from that. So what I realize is that some women make men stay in jail, not because they got locked up, because they realize that the only control that they can probably have is from jail. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. Some of you bitches are too scary to be out here in the world with because you're willing to fucking suck everybody in order to get control of the man that you want. And some of these guys know that, so they go in jail where they can absolutely say, I didn't touch the bitch. Because that's the only way they can get things underhand. Now, you know you're dealing with a straight witchiana if a man goes to jail, comes out of jail, and then runs the hell back, okay? Runs right on back. He's like, look, where's the quickest crime? Because this chick is uncontrollable, okay? We know a person like that. I remember I had someone come to my house in the middle of the night. I was still with my ex Terry, right? We were in bed, we were in bliss. I was warm, the legs were crisscrossed like that against each other. We were really there. So what had happened was she came to my home. Someone sent her, somebody dispatched her to my home in the middle of the night, knowing I was cozy near the man that I wanted to be with. And she knocked on my door. That's when I lived at Clifton View. That's when I lived up by going towards Woodlawn. By the way, if you ever went to Woodlawn, you might have to tell them that they need to set up some type of lawsuit or some kind of 1-800 traumatic number. I believe you guys came out Masons by default. I don't know why I had to say this, because it seems like everybody that went to Woodlawn High School kind of came out a little strange. Okay, let's not get that over. And that also happened to me in my school. People came out a little strange. I think there was a lot of Masonic Eastern Star type of stuff going on over in that way. Okay, so yeah, pay attention to the dogwood trees. All right, so she came to my home and knocked on my door, and what she wanted me to do was go with her somewhere to fight over a man who already had made kids with her and kids with someone else. Oh, fight this girl. She wanted me to get out of my bed with my man and travel with her somewhere to go fight a girl. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I took my ass to sleep. I told her, get away from my door. I didn't even open my door. I said, you need to go. You need to leave. I'm not doing that. She said, why are you my best friend? No friend calls you to do shit like that. So, because I remember the last time she called me about this dude, he had us running around the damn quarry down at down under Forest Park, all under the bridge. It was me, Keisha, and Sandra. Keisha's just weird, but you know what? She was at least true to herself. When I hooked her up with Charlie, she stayed with him, and I was really good at seeing who would be a good mate. So for the couple of couples that I did hook up, they actually went forward and made money together. They got businesses together. They're good. So I did hook up two great couples, and then I guess somebody realized that I was good at that, so they started lying to people like, no, she's gonna do this to you. No, babes, I'm not that way. That would be you, okay? That would be you, because you're the starer up. You're the junior starer up, because my mom was the first starer up, and then you're the junior, okay? So you're not the one. You're not the one. You're just the two. So, yeah, and she's coaching you. So I know she dispatched you to the house. So what happened was you ended up with this big old cut up your arm. You ended up with like 52, 53 stitches, because I told you don't take your ass over to that woman's house. If you go into people's house to fight, what makes you think that they can't just exact the hellhounds on you? What makes you think? You think because your mother used to be the community police that she's going to keep signing her name and getting you out of things? No, you're going to start signing her name to keep yourself out of things because that's just the type of person you are. You're so very divisive, and it's disgusting at this point. I remember when you tried to put me with your uncle and then went over there and had sex with your uncle before I could get over there. I wasn't going over there because he's related to you. And I don't like you. And I've been trying to tell you that for years. Me not answering your calls and blocking your number is evidence. Okay? And that's why she usually tells you to cry and complain and say that you're in desolate need to get back around me. And before I was an idiot and actually was like, okay, well, I'll just help you do this and then get the fuck away from you. But then I realized I can't do nothing for you. Don't do shit for the homies, especially things like that. Yeah, I remember because I got you a lawsuit case and you disappeared once you got that money, right? And then you went and tried to hook me up with the Presley chick and Walker, right? Because these wenches were regular. So when people started dying around them and they started being able to purchase the things that I was purchasing, two and two went together, right? So they said that they would let you do a certain thing and you could experiment on their loved one, and poof, bow. They're gone, and now you've got another ally. And they're like, okay, well, her method is okay, so I don't want her to light a candle on me, so we'll be friends. So you punked everybody into being your friend. I ain't no punk, wench. I ain't Teresa, I ain't Tracy. Yeah, they're cousins, Rosewood. But yeah, I ain't Teresa nor am I Tracy. I don't like you. Nobody about you. I don't like you. That's why I kept trying to get rid of you because I don't like you. I kept trying to duck and dodge you out, but you kept in contact with my mom because you were supposed to be the proxy. Why, if you got your own mother, do you keep chasing mine, you weirdo? Right, that part. That part. See, we could make a little bit of sense of it if it was one of my ex-lover men that was that hard up about me. But it's because it's a female that I had to understand that you were beyond weird and fixated. So I can't put nothing past you, especially a person who will come to somebody else's house and get caught all the way up their arm and still proceed to keep. It's something inherently evil in you. And the fact that they gave you an actual job going in and out of the jail, you should not be allowed to go freely out of anyone's jail. You should be in there indefinitely. As many people as you've placed in there because you didn't want to go. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get into that. Last night, the night before, an onion and a pickle came knocking at my door. I got up to let them in. They hit me in my head with a bowling pin. I went upstairs to get my gun. You should have saw them ninjas run. One went east, one went west, one went up my mother's dress. Mom's gonna have a baby, a newborn chocolate baby. If it's a boy, give it a toy. If it's a twin, give it a win. Wrap it up in toilet paper, send it down to the elevator. First floor, stop your mother. Second floor, stop your father. First floor, you third floor, you better not stop because HOT spells hot. Caught you. Okay, so running up my mother's skirt to hide. That's where you hide. That's the hive. That's where everyone goes to rethink this thing and recalibrate the next bit of moves. Like I said, it's coming out in the clues, okay? It's coming out in the clues what's going on. Mother's skirt is significant. So there are some families, and the matriarch is basically Big Mama. There's a couple of them, and my mother is part of that network. She's part of those people and those stars, right? And this is why things went the way they did. Okay, so for the nephew who's missing, Avery 103 and Big Niecy, well, she was going to make sure you were rich beyond rich. And your grandmother was jealous as fuck. So she took Your grandmother and your auntie, the truck driver making a lot of money, took it from you. We're not talking about Caucasian people, so shut up, ignorant. And I love white people because I have some great white people around me. So good luck, fuck boy. Anyway, so as I'm saying, and there's someone that's an informant. The guy who you think is the hardest is not. He's an informant, and this is why he gets away with that shit. He disappears for hours at a time, and he's basically decomped. And you're looking at me. Anywho, so yeah, with that part. Did I tell you that it's a reason why some guys stay in jail is because that's the only bit of control? Because if they're out here in the population with you, you're going to do everything in your power to try to control him. So the only thing he can really do is gain some allies behind there and try to use them against you. However, you have tortured people so much and now gone inside there with them and jangling around them keys, and now they got to hear your voice. They don't even understand that they're being siphoned from. That's the reason why you're so evil to the inmates. This is why you talk so bad to everybody, because you siphon off of bad energy. It's something wrong with somebody who can keep aggressively going at somebody who's not being aggressive. Take a moment, suck that in. There it is. All right. So now we've got cities. I've got cities. I always seem to go to this Chicago city, but this made me think about cities. Twin cities, sister cities, lovers. Lovers is Virginia, right? Lovers, if the lovers are in Virginia, then certainly there's a sister city, and then there's twin cities. Twin cities is New Jersey. New Jersey is a twin to New York in some ways, in some forms, but not quite so. Because remember, New York has 5 boroughs. What does New Jersey have 5 of? Somebody put that in chat. I don't know. But Philadelphia has twin cities. Stuff you didn't know. It has sister cities, not twin sisters, not twin sister cities. Let's start from here. Florence, Italy. Tel Aviv, Israel. Tianjin, China. Frankfurt and Maine, Germany. Kobe, Japan. Turin, Poland. Aix Province, France. Douala, Cameroon. Incheon, South Korea. Nizhny Novgorod, Russia. Krasnodar, Abruzzo, and that is Italy. So if you needed to know, that is the sister cities of Philadelphia. And that might be some of the money trails and where you need to find out. If you're getting and emails from some of these places, 9 times out of 10, someone who has anything to do with your demographics, your personal information, may be using some of these places to send some monies and set up accounts in your name. We do know that we have people that travel travel overseas with the main object is to set up personal and financial accounts that are not American accessed. However, they can access America. You understand? This is why they started the whole overseas accounts, bank accounts, and this, that, and the third. It's a thing. It's not just a movie thing. It's a real, actual thing. They just hope you never get enough money or knowledge to work this out. However, we do have one inmate that did escape because he understands this quite well, and he's very studious. Now, I'm not trying to romance the fact that this guy did get away with $11 million, but what I'm saying to you is, if you think long and hard enough, you can use it to do some wonderful, wonderful things. And the way that magic works the best is harm no one, do what you will. Or we can say it the other way around. Do what you will, but harm no one. All right, so let's go forward. Let's go forward. I really didn't have to write a lot of this down. So we talked about the informant. We talked about the cities, the sister cities. I did try to lead someone toward their generational wealth. There's somebody else that, okay, you have to understand. I'm not saying that I was the only one that was the catalyst. What I'm saying is that I know I was one of the catalysts. See, some people, if they come around you and you have a person that was benefiting from them, and they see that they may not be able to benefit from them via you, they're going to do something to them or make them disappear in some kind of way, or make them move around, or maybe just pay them to come at you for them, because the last thing they want is for you to gain footing, because they have been doing things to you since you were a child. So this person does understand the very sensitive place that they placed themselves in, but they didn't understand enough to not get the whole world involved in the shit, which is amazing to me. It's really, really amazing. But yeah, we're going to get to that a little later. But I'm going to do the tarot now, because it seems like somebody wants some random messages from the tangible deck that is tarot. Okay, no problem. But I did give the messages that needed to be given. Hold up. Let's see. Hold up. The next episode. Hey. For my niggas who be thinking he's soft, we don't play. So get ready for the next episode. Yeah. Let me tell you something about that group. Even though everybody in that group didn't do the same thing, the men were more loyal to their purpose and their cause than a lot of you other suckers. Y'all came out trying to beat them, but y'all couldn't sway them. Y'all not no Nate. Y'all not no Ice Cube. Y'all not no Inspector Deck. Y'all not that. Y'all not that. See, y'all can come out and be, y'all not no Wu-Tang. Y'all can really come out and be swayed one way or another. And I don't really like that about y'all. That's how shaky y'all is. Like, I'm really that. Like, what's wrong with you? I sit in the box with the owners do. Hold up. I was listening to Drake. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Let me see. See what's about to happen next. Hey. Now everybody know that Drake is from Canada. He's from Canada, so Niagara Falls is definitely involved in this. Okay? We've got some celebrities tethered here only because we all got bloodlines that lead somewhere. You know, these people didn't just disappear, they just went to another level that we can't access. And the only way to access them is to get on my level. Hey, get on my level. What? Get on my level. Yeah. So it's that type of energy. It's time to get on level. A lot of people thought that they had you in hermit mode. They had you in a 5 of cups, but they don't even know you got 2 cups left. And sometimes you don't need a lot to do a bunch. See, they needed it. That's the problem. See, they needed it. They needed the everything. They needed to take it from you to get it done. So that means that you great. If you could actually still make some things happen after everybody sit there and put you in a grab bag and basically just take everything from you, and you sit there and you say, you know what? Well, shit, I still got me. And then you rebuild, and then every time you rebuild, they come and they try to snatch it from you, and they never think that at some point you're going to say, not this time. I see you. Yeah, I see the pattern. Every time I get good and on my feet, you send somebody to, yeah. So I had to say goodbye to the teacher's pet, because you ain't going to keep putting me in the ground. I'm so sorry. I don't know who you thought you was. My heart don't go like that. My heart beat, but it surely stopped. Okay? I don't play like that. You're not going to keep putting me through a bunch of misery while I'm looking at everybody trying to eat off of me. Okay? It wasn't going to work like that. Nope. So when I decided to just let it all go, and I seen how everything was flowing, I seen how y'all got a little feisty. I was like, no. Y'all was like, she said no. I'm gonna show her how I know me. I'm gonna show her how I know me. I'm gonna show her she can't tell me no. Fuck out of here, weirdo. You was gonna have sex with the whole city, wasn't you? They was gonna let you. Yes, they was. Did it work out for you? Did it work out for you? Because I wasn't about to do a damn thing. I am busting it wide open for nobody who busting it wide open right after. So, turns out the dude you were sleeping with was sleeping with dudes and men too. And you was the man that looked like a girl. So you was just a wound. You was a womb at first, but you turned into a whole wound. So he started bleeding out on everybody, and everybody didn't know you was putting that blood in every fucking thing. That's why you kept some spaghetti on call, because you're nasty like that. Don't ever let this hooker cook for you. And she stay wanting to be in the kitchen. Hell no. 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 If you take your drink the same way you take your drink, I'll take my plate to the toilet. Knowing what's going on now, give me my damn steak. I'll eat it while I shit. I'm trying to tell you. It'll be a lot safer. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not telling you actually do that. I'm just saying just stay away from people who actually make you feel like you got to take your steak into the shitter. I crack myself up. They shouldn't have sent you bitches to be in my business. I was just letting neighbors know. All right, so we got the 4 cups, and this damn cancer dude came straight out of here. Ooh, feisty, aren't we? What was you in the room doing? Ooh, I'm gonna get you. You doing it over top of whatever? What bones? What you doing it over top of? Bones? Some crack? Some meth? A bottle of Patron? Is that how you trying to channel me? Ooh, I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I'm gonna get you. So unattractive. If you ain't doing that, you probably talking somebody's ear off the deaf about something that's so daggone mixed up because you don't even. I believe you probably have Alzheimer's or dementia or something by now. You have definitely gone and ran your gamut. You're too old to be running around like some loose little hoe right now. I mean, what the hell is going on within the sheets in your home? And there's a bunch of silly women that's about the same age that's just like you. There's a bunch of retirees who have turned into sharks. You think that they're the best grandma, grandpa in the world, but if you actually knew how they was get that money, that's blood money. Your grandpa, grandfather is actually really a goddamn gangster. But what they don't tell you is the ways in which they're willing to be weird to do it. That's the story never told, okay? If it should ever come out, you'll be thinking a little different about grandpa. You mean to tell me that you got all this money from being a pedophile? Yeah. One of you hoes telepathically led me to a damn tunnel underneath downtown. And let me tell you, I was terrified like shit. But the fact that I was led telepathically to that tunnel downtown means that someone other than me knows, right? Because as soon as I got there and I realized where I was walking through, I hightailed it back out the way I came. And then I realized as I exited the building that there was a spiritual blockage and guard there. But I dare not say it because you guys are watching me to see if I say something that is so crazy true that it's just too crazy that people won't believe. And that is what you're trying to use as an excuse to put me somewhere because you don't want the truth to come out that you guys are stealing your asses off. Generational. Yes. Part of the catalyst came because I kind of was hunching with somebody's man, didn't know he was somebody's man because he swore me down to death and stayed in my house for damn near a month. So basically he was allowed to be in my house for damn near a month because that's how they make their living. Somebody's grandchildren don't even know what's going on with mama and papa. They're running around crying and making you enemies with everybody, but grandma and papa are making a lot of fucking money off of stirring shit up, okay? He's gone for a month because grandma signed the papers. Say, yeah, you go. Because when you come back, I hope you got that bitch's information because we're going to run a Boston on her. And we got the green light because her mother doesn't like her either. She's afraid of that girl's cooch. So she wants to shut everything down. And now you guys have two common motives. My cooch terrifies the shit out of you bitches. And it's wild. So both of you tried to take me out. Veer the man, and somebody slept with somebody that I slept with, and it's in my family. I don't know whether it's a sister or a mother or a cousin or an aunt, but it might be all four because it seems like all my ex-boyfriends are coming around on me as far as the energy is concerned, right? So I believe that you guys felt like you couldn't get close to me, right? So you probably went and just slept with someone that I slept with to feel the closeness, right? Because that's how sick a person has to be to actually be so upset with you that they would seek out your lovers on purpose and sleep with them in order to feel close to you. And then on top of that, go and take your information and sell it to the scam unit and actually have somebody go about trying to cash checks and open up bank accounts in your name, and then have the people in the courthouse hide it so good so that you can't find it. So it's a lot of people need to go to jail, because why are you in these positions if you could be compromised by somebody's cooter? I'm just trying to understand, because I don't have the only cooter out there. There are other cooters. So that means every time you see somebody winning, you go put them on the chopping block, and then you tell everybody, oh, well, she did this to me, she did that to me. But you ain't tell them that you sent that man out there. You didn't tell them that that's how y'all making y'all living. Then you didn't tell them that that's how y'all stacked up y'all chips. That's how Meemaw was able to be a CNA all her damn life and make doctor money. Let's just get it out. She didn't stay in that entry level job for forever because she was working hard. She stayed because it was a lot of valuable informations and connections there to be had. And those people weren't willing to go elsewhere because they got it nice where they were. They were able to steal and siphon people's riches and inheritance through these various companies. That's what I'm saying to you. And for some of these people who have become experts at adopting everybody kids and neglecting everybody else kids, that is also a money siphon. I'm going to keep reporting you because I want the money that's going to come from your kids. Not that I like your kids or care about your kids or checked on your kids. Because the minute that I didn't tell you I was drunk on some yacht somewhere when I called CPS on you. It wasn't because I cared about the kid. It was because I thought about I might have to pay this bill on top deck, and money's gonna look a little funny next week. So I need to start putting the legs to the motion and get some back work done so that I can take another check from somebody. I don't care about the damn kid. I might put it on the black market and get that thing chopped up. And if the child disappear, we could just sell the eyeballs, this, that, and the third. They did say they're giving $100,000 for a whole body over there. And what was it? Hold up. It was on my list. South Korea, somewhere over in China, somewhere over there, they're giving up all that money. It was a viral TikTok where the lady said, well, I could get $100 something for you, 100 million something for you. And she wasn't lying either. I don't think she was lying, because some people just don't say things just to be saying them. You understand? So you pay attention when people start trying to call CPS on you, but they ain't checked on your child. They ain't brought you no damn sandwich. They ain't did a damn thing for you, but they feel like it's an investment to call CPS on you. Half the people calling CPS don't even deal with their own children, and their children are psychologically messed up. And that's another thing. Why y'all let that psycho, after she got her arm cut up, after she keep getting into fights with Mikey, how y'all keep giving her kids to fuck up? How she get in that jail like that? That's some shit. Is that the damn agent? Is that the damn informant? Because I'm just trying to figure out how is America's Most Wanted for not doing shit, and y'all do the hell of a lot, and y'all just free. The don't answer that. I know the damn answer. Y'all taking shit. And the fact that y'all brought so many people in, they didn't realize till it got real deep that they wasn't gonna get away with it, not scot free. Not when it come to me. No. Hell no. I'm going to make it as rough for you as you made it for me. Y'all wanted to traffic me. Y'all actually wanted me somewhere getting hunched on and abused until my body parts were able to be used without me saying anything. That's what you wanted for me. You wanted somebody to come in, either come in and dismember me or choke me or really take advantage to the point where I would be broke, busted, disgusted, and a lifeless soul. And you were going to trade that in. You were going to go straight to the bank with my body in your hand and go like this. Now cash it. Cash it. Hurry up. Cash it now. That's exactly what you was gonna do. You and your little police cohorts and your little commissioners and your little lawyers who know good and well that wasn't my ass with that ETAL at the bottom and whoever else we can put on the list because it's added in. So we really ain't got to specify who else is on the list, right? We don't gotta specify who else is on the list. Plus, that little workout, that little outfit you got in Virginia keep messing with the mail. Somebody needs to go to Virginia, Meriwether, Virginia, post office, Route 29, and figure out why the hell they can't find out where the mail go. And whoever keep going into my mail trying to heat my mail up and open it without ripping it up, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that. I have a right to my privacy. And you would hate if that start happening to you, which it probably will, because somebody want money. They don't really care if they got to cash you in either. See, the thing about it is sometimes when you prey on people, you become the prey. You switch spots, right? Because if they can't get that one, they gonna get you. And basically, you already is being emailed. I mean, what? Not email. You are getting email, but you're not getting extorted as bad as the target is until the target isn't secure, and then they got to get you because you are a loose ring. So either you gonna keep doing this shit for the rest of your life, or you gonna come out of it and find some kind of allies to keep your ass safe because you want a little bit of money. Shout out to that little college student who took that money working for the post office. That shit wasn't worth it. Now, was it? They stressing your ass out. Now you gotta worry about every time somebody hit a door, it being yours. All right, because they gonna do them no knocks. All right, they can't warn you and let you get on out of here because it stands to make somebody stands to make a lot of money once y'all go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make money whether you go or not, but it's the higher ups. And the fact that there are a bunch of goofy 60 70-year-olds right now sitting there twiddling their thumbs talking about, well, I should just get high because I don't know what to do. I won't forget. I really just want to take myself out of my own misery, but I don't. I want to look good. I really want to look good while I do it. So y'all sitting there nervous. You're too old to be doing shit like that. Y'all was supposed to be the generation that told people, look, this ain't what you want to do. This, that. Y'all was supposed to set people down and got them straight. But instead, you got them stuck up. That's what you did. You used to set up. Y'all was the most trifling grandmas and grandpas I've ever witnessed in my damn life. And this is exactly why y'all can't teach me a goddamn thing, because y'all some funky ass criminals. And then y'all got nerve to have nothing left. Y'all got nothing left. Nothing to give no goddamn body but what not to be. Poor souls. It's going to be a whole nother ring of nursing home people. And what's crazy is you're going to end up in the pocket because you try to put everybody else in the pocket. Y'all remember Polly Pocket? It's crazy. So what happens when people go to the nursing homes and the family don't visit them no more? Somebody realizes that they ain't nobody visit them no more. And then they start going through their things. You know, the same way you was going through other people's things. And once they figure out that you might have some assets, guess what? The circle of life. Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. Say it again. What TJ say? What TD just say? You gonna get ate up. So take care, my dear. All right. All right. Okay, that was your reality check for today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I had to get on that information because somebody needs to know that there is a way to get out of all this stuff. You just got to look at who got your information and who's willing to compromise it. You got to realize who gets too close to your laundry when you're around. Who, where's them socks and where's them drawers and where did that bra go? Who does the laundry? Who's close to your things? And which child always up grandma or grandpa's ass? Another thing you got to figure out. Which one of your children decided that they wanted to cut through the middleman? And that's a hard pill to swallow when you realize that you had your own enemy. You pushed it out. You pushed out your own damn oppressor. Damn, they make you want to go and have a real late abortion, but you can't do that because they got something for that too. They said, well, if you make her mad and she come after you, we can definitely say that's child abuse. Even though they gonna forget the part where they set the child up to abuse you. Come on now. Come on now. Come with it. Tell the damn story. So there's a little boy that's under my cousin's tutelage, and he don't understand why his daddy gone and why his mama went crazy first. Well, it's because that big titty bitch did it. Because she ain't really good on nothing. She ain't that damn bright, but she know how to hold on to people's kids. And everybody will send them kids over there to her. So that's how she got her values, because she's willing to actually be a cum bucket and she's willing to stay in the shoe. I ain't willing to do none of that. None of that. So there's a young guy who might have had a chance, because guess what? You were the heir to Shannon Drive. Your daddy didn't leave it to that bitch that's that girl's mother. Your daddy left it to you. So they had to take your daddy and your mom away from you so that you cannot inherit that house. Because even though she sat in your face and say she loved her brother and her sister and her nephew all that much, she hated y'all, because that's what tore her home apart as she was a young kid. That's why her mama just couldn't function well, kept making her go to church, because she didn't understand that he was going to work to cheat on her and made that damn boy. So the boy that was your father was canceled out by the very woman who you living in the damn house with. You are being absorbed by the very person who acting as your fucking savior. And I'm telling you that now because they tried to do it to me. And I kept wondering why everybody that goes in that direction either pass away or get some kind of real crazy sickness, like sickle cell, the thyroid start messing up, the adrenal glands for some reason start glitching. They got these little circulation issues and things of that nature. But think about it, if you look around, that other person, they hair falling out. So they got to wear the tightest wigs, and they got to be very, very fucking quiet. My wig don't be tight. I don't even be having it together all the time. But guess what? I ain't making money off nobody ass, and I ain't even making money off my ass. I make money off my head. I'm a philosopher. She's a brain doctor. You better stop her. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, so y'all done brought all your little other friends in here so y'all can get y'all little plans together. I really don't care what you do. Y'all already guilty. It don't matter, because you can't run away from spirit, especially since y'all be planning all that little weird stuff. So even though you probably have never experienced a backfire before in your life, I'm sure that you and your peers are really trying to figure out who is doing this to you. Because you put the energy out there. I can actually go and do the cha-cha in the backyard and mind my business. And some shit will indefinitely happen to you because you put the damn energy out there. I don't got to do nothing. You seen them watching me all day. I did my yard. I took care of my kid. I didn't touch a damn thing when it comes to that account. And y'all fucked your lives up. Good, because you want that money. Money can't save you, honey, when it can't, comes to something priceless, which is God. See, I told y'all worshiping money. Money is supposed to be a tool. It's supposed to be a conduit for you to get where you need to go. Oh yeah, the word that I was looking for yesterday when I was talking about those water towers was amplifier. Amplifier. If you don't know what an amplifier is, look it up. So when on my travels, I saw three little small amplifiers, okay? And the reason why a person would keep stagnated water around a person is to amplify whatever energy that they're putting around them. And that's henceforth why the city won't go and get that little small swamp at the end of my street, is because they're using a little dirty swamp thing to amplify bad energy. That's why the crackheads keep coming through the grass like Thriller in I seen the one little crackhead. She used to be a little round when she first came out of wherever she was, but they done sucked her ass dry. Now all she got to do is put on. Now she just put on bright colors to make it look like she's something. That thing look like it's about to pass out every time it's about to walk past me. I be like, When I saw her walking down the street, then walk away, talk. All that I could say was, yeah, 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 yeah. All that I could say was, da ow. Can't get you out of my mind. Give me my rent, because I ain't asked to be in your head all day. I'm charging you for events. Girl, girl. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. All right, so we started off in Cancer, now we're here. All right. So, stagnated one. You're stuck now. I got you stuck in the ethers because you didn't know I was going to turn into a wreath and start singing on your ass. Cause I'm a bird. Look in the sky, I'm a bird, I'm a plane. Look, I'm Mary Jane. Ooh. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Rick James, bitch. What is it? Fire and desire. He was cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love. If you came here with your feelings, I'm gonna need you to pack them up, because we ain't doing that. We dealing with the truth right now. All right. I ain't came here to coddle you, none of that. I came here to spiritually whip you. All right, you need to be whooping. Sometimes you can't spare the rod and spoil the child. All right, you already been spoiled, so rod you need, not that rod, you old nasty bastard. So Hanger did one, and I'm gonna say it that way. Hanger did one. You so used to be in this position that you done got used to it. Like upside down is your posture. That's where you is. That's where you stay at. You likes to be upside down. You figure since you always caught in this shit, you might as well get comfortable there and work it out. And that's what you did. That's what you did. Unfortunately, everybody that steps into your realm doesn't understand that you are upside down because you seem to be upright. You present yourself to be upright. You actually present yourself almost as bougie, not even realizing that you've been eating off the floor. I'm tell you, when you meet these men and they give you all of these hoops to come forward, and then you meet their mother and she says, oh, well, my dude is a prize. My son is a prize. And you haven't raised him to be a prize to himself. And why does your prize have nowhere to live? And why is your prize not a prize? And if he was a prize, why didn't you keep him out of jail? And if he was a prize, why didn't you teach him anything? And if he was a prize, why would you need to say that he was a prize? Not unless that was the smoke and mirror. And see, this is what you have to realize. You have to listen to that wordplay, because the reason why she needs you to believe that her son is a prize is because she don't want his black ass in her house anymore. Whether he's black or white or, Cajun or whatever complexion he might be, she don't want his ass in there no more. So she's got to make him look good so that she can sell him to you. Because she's tired of his ass, really. A lot of the family members will not tell you that the reason why they big up that cousin, while they big up that warlock, while they big up that pedophiles, because they're tired of them running through their family. So they're trying to get him out into another family, and they don't want him back. So they're hoping that they can gaslight you enough that you'll take him and you'll keep him safe. And sometimes it's just really running a scam, because they say, hey, if I can get you in their house for a couple of weeks or whatever, and then make a bunch of noise and then make him leave you again, then we got it. One, we could say that he left you, he didn't want you, and then we're going to go about and mess up your whole reputation because you thought you had one. Really, he got you. Really, honestly, thanks for the lesson. I never knew I needed to learn that lesson. Don't take crumbs from bums, especially from bums raised by bigger bums. Yay! So the reason why some of these people are destroying their children is because them children are pockets. Them children are batteries. They can make a lot of money off them children. And depending on how much that child is broken or indoctrinated or reprogrammed, that child begins to believe that that's the way shit should be. That is not the way love goes. I'm trying to tell you. Janet Jackson will tell you too. That's not the way love goes. Dun, 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 dun. So a trine sign is a 120, but it's 12 here on the sign. And somebody, actually, this is a strong person who is upside down, but they've been down there so long that they really don't feel like there's no sense to get up. I guess when you get about close to 70 and you've been upside down, you've been like that for so long, it's hard to learn new tricks, right? So, fool. Look, I pity the fool. So even though they're used to being upside down, it's a fool. And they're going to have to change whether they want to or not. Somebody has never really had to do any time where they had to stay still. I think that their little get out of jail free card is about to run out, because it's only but so much chaos you're allowed to really create if you are an informant. I mean, at some point you're saving them money, and at some point now you are making them spend too much money, and then you're getting money off the back end of making them spend money. So now you double dipping. They can't have you out here as a tyrant like that. They can't have you out here like that. So yeah, that's that part. All right. So somebody's a fool because they're going to find out a new way of life way too late. Some of you are way too old to be finding out this other shit at this age. That shit is going to give you a heart attack. You're going to find out that all the heartache and hard action you take against people, you can't quite do it. Yeah, but for me, I'm just gonna keep the same energy you had for me. Whatever I could go through, you can go through it too. See, I see it like this. Because you're an elder, right? You ought to know better, right? So you do know what goes up must come down. So it shouldn't be really a surprise to you. It's just that you got so comfortable that you got complacent and you thought that nothing was ever going to shake. And I think that's the way spirit set it up, so that you could get comfortable doing what you were doing, so that you would be caught off guard as to being caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You don't never make no damn cookies any damn way. So why you keep taking the damn cookies? This for somebody specific. Anyway, so yeah. So somebody's been working hard at their pentacles. Somebody's been working very, very, very hard at their pentacles. You see that garden? You see how she's dressed normal, regularly, but She's able to make a bunch of abundance. She does not have to put on a costume. She does not have to be inauthentic to herself. All she had to do was humbly mind her business and farm her own coins in order to be this star energy, in order to be strong, in order to bear emotions, in order to have the strength to carry the labor it takes to shine. This is what you have to be. You damn near have to be Xena the warrior princess out here in these streets. You got to be able to go, come, let me heal you. And then at the same thing, you got to be like, like you damn sure got to play both parts out here. Like you got to dang sure make sure you Jekyll and Hyde out here, because it ain't easy out here in these streets when you got people really trying to sabotage you because they don't want to go to work. Like there are people who spending their whole entire life sabotaging you because they don't want to go to work. But let's take a whole nother third spin on it, because I gave you the 1 and the 2, but let's go with the 3. Let's do the political end of it. There are some people that represent our districts that will do well for you never to come out of the system. They like you being on TANF. They like you being on food stamps. They like you being on all these things because they can secure your vote. They can secure your vote because you need them to be you. And the issue with that is, as long as you are breadcrumbing yourself in life and not willing to get out of that controlled income type of situation, they can put their hammer on you depending on how you vote. So you can be controlled politically by what your aspirations or lack thereof is. Okay? You don't really have the freedom to pick who you want to pick to represent, because you have to pick who's going to let you stay home and make money without going to work. There's a moth in here. I just killed one of your cousins again. Come on, family. Come on. Hey, little. Hey. I know I'm bright, but I'm not Evangeline. You see, I don't want to shake a poor sinner's hand today. Say bye. The Princess and the Frog. I got to wash my hands. I don't know where that sucker came from. The way y'all keep saying somebody trying to make somebody get an STD, I'm not even surprised if y'all will sit there and let this mosquito bite on y'all and then try to release it on to me. That's how desperate y'all is, because y'all trying to find out some way to make that little bippity bop stuff work on me. But I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you because I've been training for this all my life. All my life I had to fight, and I ain't no damn Sophia. My eye will not be cocked out my damn head before I start saying pass the damn peas like they used to do. Now get your hand out of my pocket. Carlisle Avenue can be significant. There was a big home. There were lots of beautiful homes on Carlisle Avenue. We gonna stick a pin in that. Anyway, so after that, I already got it. So we got the 12 and the 7 and the 17. So we're going to take this 7 and the 17. We're going to make that a 14, which makes that a 24. And we're going to take that 24, put it in this. It's going to make that 36. And it's going to make that a 9, which is divine. We got that boule. We got them damn, we got them damn fraternities and frats and them secret societies. You know, the ones that got to wear the hoods and go to the secret little matins and pray to Minerva and all them other deities and do the little shaky boys with the little shaky shoulders. You know, the ones that go and they be shimmy. Woo, it was a nice shimmy. All right, so you got to pay attention to them boule boys, because a lot of them couldn't pay for college, so they became little weirdos. You know what I'm saying? They became little weirdos in the interim, so they can pay for that and they can go for this, and then they can join secret societies. Some of them actually, you be trying to figure out why this man is a bum and a loser all his life, but he keep ending up in all these good jobs. Is because he's one of the gang stalkers. He ain't really gotta have no goddamn talent. He just gotta be willing to put on a uniform and go hard for a couple of dollars. So you be trying to figure out why this person did this and why this person did that. It's because they got somebody hooked in on the line that tell them where they got to go. One day you'll see a person as a cross guard. Next thing you know, you see them as a barista. Next thing you know, you see them as a nurse. Next thing you know, you see them as a doctor. Next thing you know, you see them as an HVAC. Next thing you see them as a janitor. Next thing you see them at the airport, and you like, God damn, why do it seem like I keep seeing the same person everywhere? And they're telling you that ain't my name. They know that shit was their name at that last position. You ain't crazy. Them people is fucking with you. They're changing clothes because I seen it happen. I was walking behind a guy coming out of Rice's Town Plaza. I was walking behind a guy. Now, he was dressed one way coming from work. He just got off a food truck. He was dressed one way. Now, I'm walking behind him, and I actually watched this man shed everything on the way to the train. He took out his coat. He took off his shirt. He took off his pants. He even changed book bags. Walking. He stopped in the middle of the way. I walked around him. I looked. I said, God dang, he really changing, ain't he? Thing about it is he ain't picked none of the shit up. He left a trail of stuff as he was walking. So that means as he walking, he doing the whole Jason Bourne thing. He like, yep, take this off. So by the time he get on the other side of things, he don't look nothing like what he looked like back then. And then you thinking your ass crazy because you just seen this motherfucker dressed some other kind of way. Yeah, it was him. It's just that he gonna look you straight dead in your face, regulate his breathing, and gonna say, ma'am, that wasn't me. Use a damn lie. Same way they keep putting this damn officer Ham's vest on everybody. There ain't that many Hams, but then there is. Now, isn't there? Funny that I kept running into Hams and they kept looking the same, but everybody kept denying that they was the same person. So I was like, all right, no problem. No problem. I'm the fool here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yep. So that's that there, and that was the cancer reading. So now that we got that situated, and we know that the cancer is the one that's basically spreading it out like a green bay tree. We understand that part, yeah. So somebody's gonna have to rein it in. Wild animals, sometimes you got to put them rabid dogs down. You got to euthanize them because they is gonna mess up everything for everybody else. So y'all do what y'all gotta do, all right, while I'm being patient with myself and getting other things taken care of, because it's a situation. Every day we're hustling. Dang, he was another CEO that went in there and stole somebody's life. Destiny Swap. Y'all be careful around them damn correctional officers. I know how correct they end up when they get out there and they decide to say they want to steal your intellectual property and want to use it because they don't want to be in the jail no more because they got a little thing in their head tell them eventually they gonna end up on the inside of them bars. But shit, I done prophesied. I'm gonna speak as much life into you as possible, but don't tell me I can't tell you the truth. If you're jacking up and you're messing up, hey, you got to take account for it, all right? You got to live. It's a rule. It's a rule of authenticity. It's a lot of people running around and talking about, where is your God? Where is your God? Well, my God is always evident in the fact that you can sit here and talk this trash to me, that you got blood running through your veins and that your Wi-Fi work. The fact that a battery can go into a remote control and actually press the button, make that little light shine up, and then the power come on, make you know it. It's true that there's signals. It's true that there's frequency. So let's just not play with us, all right? We know that if y'all had it your way, y'all wouldn't have created water. You'd have had everybody drinking liquor all the damn time. So we know there is a God because we get our thirst quenched. Because y'all leave us thirsty. Yeah, y'all would.
So I know there is a God. It's not me. It's not even a matter of me believing, baby. I know as sure as I put my foot out that bed and I stand on solid ground, baby. I know there is a God. I know there is a God because He's merciful unto you, and He makes you see the way He work every day on time. But you deny Him, and you tell yourself that you gonna control things, and He shows you every time that you're not in control. But this one is atomic bomb. This one, you done built this one up. I ain't never seen. You know what? I think God been in the studio with Lil Wayne. He said we gonna let the beat build. He said 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot march. Yes, indeed. So we gonna let the beat build. We gonna let the beat build because you told yourself you were stronger than the hand of God, not knowing He's always in control of all these things. That's how you know all the wet. That's how you know. See, when you go in the bathroom and you say you paid the bill, you think it's because you paid the bill that the water worked. Well, you know, we had water before we had bills. Same way everybody keep fighting at the market, but before we had market, we had that damn dare food, all right? Y'all depend on man so much that y'all forget that there's a God. Y'all like the middleman. Y'all get to worship in the middleman too much that y'all can't go to source. And then you find yourself cut off from source because you've ignored source. Only time you try to go back to source is when source is cut off from you. And then you're like, God, what have I done? He said, you know what you did. Every time you ask for shit, you ask Tom, Dick, and Harry. Every time you ask for shit, you ask Harriet, Stacy, and Barbara. That's what you did. Every time you asked for something, you never came to me. You gave them your life. You pledged them your kids. You said, I swear to God, I put that on my kids. You did all that. Every time, you did not come to me. You might have spoke about me in the interim of things to make people believe that you had a connection to me, but you ain't had no connection to me because you fought against me. That's crazy. Donald Trump is one of the proof that God is in control. Because you see how he gets away with shit, then he don't get away with shit. He's showing you how a Gemini can actually work that shit out. God forbid he find out what y'all asses try to do right up under his nose. Because I don't care how smart or not smart you think a damn Gemini is. The one damn insult that I suggest you never do to a Gemini. Oh my gosh. You don't play with our intelligence. We take that as a personal affront. Yes, we do, honey. Yes, we do. Especially when we agreed to kind of play dumb when we kind of felt like you was stupid. That part. Because sometimes we be like, you know what? This person really believes in themselves. So we going to just let them be precious and we going to go about our business. But see, when you drag us back by the collar, talking about no, come back. Because you're making me question myself now. And now I see that you actually done tried to poke a hole in my intelligence. Let that one find out. You gone. Every Gemini ain't the same. It's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit, all right? We see how Kendrick and Lamar went, right? We see how Bishop was when Tupac decided to play Bishop. People like, who got the juice now? You understand? You understand that? All right, so you got to understand that when you play with a Gemini personality, it could be sun, moon, rising. It could just be the spirit in them. Because if you ever should be in that Gemini conscious, yeah, there are certain things we let you get away with because we know you don't know better. And that's a special part of us. That benefited the doubt. That's God given. That's God given, letting people walk on when we should have kicked you in the back of your neck. Yeah. That's something we got. It's special. It's special, honey. That pause is special. But the thing about it, when we turn around and realize that you playing on top the whole time, baby, ain't no war like before, all right? And I'm a Cisco. I'm a Cisco kid. Yeah, Cisco kid. That's why a lot of people, that's a sound. That's a fucking sound. Was a friend of your ass. It's always past tense because we was friends till you realize I was a Cisco kid. Then you started to do all that weird shit. All right. So now that we here, what you gonna do? Because time's up. Cough is still hot. It's levels to the Gemini shit. So when you were trying to rock me to sleep, baby, what do you think I was gonna go? I was gonna do? I'm here to go and take over Red Rock. You thought I was going to Red Rock with these cuffs on my hands when it's supposed to be my town? This is my town, and I'm going into Red Rock. I'm the sheriff of Red Rock. Do you get me? Do you get me? Y'all don't get me? Go on over there to Hateful Eight and check them out. Check on what I'm talking about. You're going to see what I'm talking about. See what Damagoo, Lucy, whatever her damn name, Damagoo, whatever her name is. See, she kept depending on that gang. Yeah, she kept depending on that gang because they was organized crimers, right? They was supposed to be coming in and because they was ransom, and they was on wanted pictures. And a lot of time, their wealth was by how much money was on their head. You see what I'm saying? So they became a real famous gang because they used to, put money on them heads, right? You understand? So when all that came about and Samuel Jackson came into play, we found some dark things about that on that side. Remember when he made that boy's son do all that out of daggone frustration and stuff? See, he was supposed to not be fluid. He was just doing that for domination. And I'm telling you, that's how some men see that. They see that as domination. They see that as humiliation. They will never let you call them the G word. They would never let you say that they are of the other team because they know exactly why they performed that disgusting act with who they did it with. Was because it was domination, extortion. It was blackmail. And some of y'all succumbed to it willingly. And some of y'all, they took it, whether it was by device or by being nice. And then they went about and messed up your character with that one thing. I remember that one article that came out that said, and that didn't make sense when I read the article. It said Chris Brown mistakenly, remember that was a year or two ago. They said he didn't know. Now, back then, I was like skeptical, but I didn't go too deep in it. But now that I'm here, now that we come full circle, the way that I've seen you guys working and operating and the way y'all been running to that daggone the witch doctor and paying all that dang money. And I mean, somebody done paid almost 100K trying to get me to succumb to that. Let me know there's a lot of people, standing a RICO charge. And that's why y'all got desperate like that. But you have to understand that a system is not going to allow you to break a system over that little bit of money. Do you know how much money they are throwing around daily and constantly? And you think your little bill, your little mortgage, your little AMG, your little BMW, your little pet peeve, your little beef with somebody cooter is enough to make them break the United States to protect you? You're a goddamn fool. You think they're going to collapse a whole lucrative system to protect you when you couldn't protect you? You is really foolish. You're really isolated in this here world. You one of them people that don't cross town a lot. You just cross people. And you take it as being well-rounded because you could go on a couple trips. You still isolated. You still small-minded. Because if you had thought out of all your long run, because some of y'all been doing this past 10 years, had you been smart enough, you would have stopped by now. Had you been smart enough,
your little AMG wouldn't be in trouble right now. Your little job would not be fucked up right now. You would have never kept doing what you did, and it would not have required you to do it for so long. Was it lucrative? Or had you thought? Some of y'all actually went to school and got into it deeper because you told yourself you was going to break the program. So funny. But the thing about it is, the thing you set up depended on me staying within your little square you set up that you can't even operate outside of. And that was the kicker. You thought I was gonna stay local. Bitch, I'm international. I'm worldwide. Yes, yes, yes. You thought I wasn't gonna cross the street. Baby, I've been off the porch. You just started tilling the grass, really. You've been sitting in your rocking chair thinking you were surveying stuff, but what really happened is you ain't gonna tell nobody that when you came over to surveil what I had to surveil, when you came over and you saw what I had to look over. Remember the circle of life when he took him to that cliff and he was like, look, as far as you could see, this is yours. You realize that from your little isolated porch, you couldn't see shit. Tell him again. You went into the woods, right? You said, oh, I'm gonna hide myself because I'm a uppity. You know, we don't like them uppities because them uppities get to turning into buppies. See, you isolated yourself and you told yourself, my program good, it's cute, it's as long as can't nobody see me past the tree lines, I'm safe. Then you made the mistake of coming up to my front porch because a lot of y'all say, I don't do the city, I don't do the hood, them people are beneath me. They your people, you idiot. The same people you benefiting from is the people you hiding from in them damn woods, because they would eat you up the way you eating them up so that you could stay hidden. That's why you don't want to live in the city, because somebody might realize that it was your ass that been eating them alive all their life. A lot of these people ain't homeless and struggling because they chose that shit. A lot of them struggling and homeless is because they filled out one of your damn questionnaires. They told you the answer. You asked them a question and they gave you the truth, and you took that shit and you cashed it in. A lot of these people gonna realize they not broken, they not desolate, they just confused as fuck and they don't know where to start from because you did that shit on purpose. You twisted them around. I used to hate that freaking game y'all played when we was young. Put him in a circle and twist him around and then let him go. And that way you look like a blooming fool for a good few seconds, wandering around not knowing where to go. Why? That's the problem when adults play too damn long. Y'all grew old and y'all said, oh, we're going to keep playing that game, but we're going to play it in an adult way. We're going to just tell them this is this, and then keep spinning them around in a circle, spinning them around in a circle, spinning them around in a circle. If you do that, then they ain't going to never go back to the starting point. That was y'all playing. Now you hide yourself in the county. You tell yourself you don't want to be in the city. The city is rough. The city, y'all made it that way. Y'all hook it up that way. That's somebody right now who was a city worker, couldn't give a fuck about the way the city is. But he been working there for 40 years, but I bet you that ninja don't live nowhere near the city line because he think the city is beneath him, but he's not beneath cashing in on the city. Not beneath selling the people out of the city, not beneath taking advantage of the people in the city, not beneath walking up and say, hey, you need a loan, you going through hard times, go on, give me your information, I'm gonna help you out. Ain't helping you out of nothing, helping you get out of his way. Don't care about you. So you think about that. Some of the very people who look down on the city is the reason why the city looked like this. And you got mad because when you saw that all I could survey from my front porch, it looked like I had a lot more to reach for and a lot more to see than you.
and you didn't like my vision. And then you sent other people to see my vision. And when they seen the reasoning behind my brain, they said, oh, well, I'm going to try to cash in too, even though I don't like the city. So you uppity ninjas is about to come down because you're better than no one. You want to ride through the city like a thief in the night, telling people, oh, I don't be in the city like that. I see you creeping through. And I know what you're doing when you're looking at stuff. You said, oh, I'm buy that. Oh, I'm investing that. Oh, this, that, and the third. Damn, that look like a sweet piece of ass. Let me see if I can hook her up with some of this and some of that. And that way she come running to me. All I got to do is have $10 more. Oh, yeah. I'm on you. So somebody came signifying about what I got. Because they didn't like what they got. Even though they told themselves what they got was better than everybody else because nobody can see them. Then they came and see what I had to deal with. It was like, shit, this motherfucker could see a little got some long ass view. I wasn't cheating on that. I didn't think she had that long ass view. Bad enough I kept getting people to rob her. Bad enough I kept sending people to steal. Bad enough I kept stealing from her. Bad enough I kept hooking her up. Bad enough I kept trying to poison her. I died 5 times. I thought I was dying because of just stress. No, I was dying because they was trying to make me die. It's just that they was pissed off. I kept fucking coming back. They was pissed off when I would wake up and they was like, I told you that time I said she was in there looking me in my eye like this. And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is you doing? She was like, oh, I love you. Bitch, you lying. You were trying to figure out why I keep living. Then want to tell somebody, oh, my baby sister, she don't love me. No, I don't trust you, hoe. You've been jealous of me all my damn life, just like your funky ass mama. And there's something wrong with y'all. The same mama, the same father that y'all wanted to get rid of so bad, who showed y'all how to get money, who showed y'all more love than both y'all own parents was able to, y'all decided to get him out the way because you didn't want your little sister to have what you didn't have, which was a loving father. Your father sat in your face, laughed at your dumb ass and said, I would rather have Lexi as a daughter because she actually fucking listened. You don't tell that part. And truthfully, I don't know where my brother father at. That's a mystery. You're gonna have to ask his damn mama and hope she tell the fucking truth. Because if his father had any money, she probably got rid of his ass too. I'll tell you, that's the damn truth. Some of your mamas knew who had the money. That's why they screwed your father. And then probably got some of y'all out the way or got your father out the way so that they can position themselves to get that money first. It ain't a mystery. Some of y'all putting y'all kids in the fucking grave first. Some of y'all orchestrated the shit. And then sat there and cried. And as soon as y'all cried, y'all got on the city line and was like, hey, don't y'all get $13,000 for one of them kids dying? Let me get that money. Through them fake ass tears. You knew what the fuck was going on, and then you went and started filing all of these paperworks. And for some of the ones who were still actually able to make money, y'all let them make money while hooking them up in life. Just kept sending people toward them, kept making them do things, kept putting them in position. You know, this person hit me at the store. You need to come beat them up. Boom, another check. Don't know who cashed that check. You thinking you're going to go save somebody, whole time, that's the hookup. They get paid off of putting you in harm's way. You thinking you Arnold Schwarzenegger, come. You thinking you the whole daggone gladiator, whole time they hooking your ass up. And as soon as they can't make no more money off of you, off with your head. Because they know use the ad or something. A lot of y'all who had money coming to y'all, some of your parents, some of your siblings, especially the ones who had different fathers, all your fathers was like the lottery. They would just try to see which one was going to die first so that they can get some money off of them. Trick baby. Trick baby. A lot of us are trick babies. They ain't tell us. A lot of us was trick babies. We were people did research. They said, oh, well, if we get this one now and make this one, and that one disappear. I didn't mean to say that other word, disappear. Then we'll be next in line to gain the inheritance. And they start playing inheritance games. This ain't new. This is old as the test of times. This is why a lot of y'all started doing them family trees most recently. Oh, y'all wasn't doing it because y'all wanted to know who the fuck to care for. Don't be fooled by that shit. That's why when they kept calling me and it was like, is you going to submit your stuff on the family tree? I was like, fuck no. Y'all know who I'm related to. Y'all just want to put, y'all, that was basically putting a target on people's head. And after y'all put the target on the head for the people that you did see, you don't understand that some of the elites took some of the took a copy of y'all shit too, and said, "Oh, this one could buy me a golf course. This one can buy me a winner at the Preakness. I'll get a new horse off of that one." So, shout out to 23andMe. See, you gotta understand. Information is a double-edged sword, and depending on who's willing to do what, that information should be kept secure. This is why Big Mama and them used to keep the family albums hidden. And this is why a lot of people keep wills and stuff of that hidden, because y'all be trying to cash in on people. A lot of y'all not paying attention. Some people ain't come to y'all just solely for no baby. They came to make sure that they put themselves in your line of inheritance, of abundance. They're like, oh, that family, if I just leave that one in place and take out this, that one, and that one, and then come back and get the head, I can get it all. Did I do the math for you right? Okay. There we go. All right, so I gave you a lot of information today. Hopefully you were able to take some notes. We started from the cancer, and we know that cancer spreads, and we know that things be spreading themselves like the Green Bay tree that is also in the Bible. But Green Bay is a sucky ass team. And have you ever noticed that they're Green Bay, but their uniform is navy blue? Like, how the fuck is that for confusion? I call that the gaslight of the century. How in the world are you called Green Bay and your uniform is not green? And it's in a part of the Bible where it basically wants you to go sit your hot butt down because you're spreading yourself like a Green Bay tree. Come on now, sit on that for a minute. And it's a losing team. So if anybody ever tells you that their favorite team is Green Bay, they are a loser. They're a loser by default, and they're a loser spiritually. And they might be an atheist. Because I don't think God believes in that team. Pardon me while I lay on the floor for a second. Lord, I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. Woo, I wish I could say that song right now. I'm too busy laughing. That's Little Rick and Soca. He's fun and he's so upbeat. I like myself. What do you say? I don't like sex without the condom. Lord, I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. So if you find yourself in that situation and somebody tries to talk to you and tries to lay with you and tries to not protect themselves, you tell them you like yourself. Nah, I like myself. So you doing good, you doing good. You're stepping out good, and upon eve out, you're stepping out best, you're stepping out dressed. That is baka now. Don't mind me, mind yourself. Don't mind me, mind yourself. Don't bother me, nah. I like myself. I like myself. Nah, I like myself. Hey, God is so good that He was able to have me here today. And every day He loaded us with benefits. And the benefit is that I am of sound mind, I am of sound voice, and I can tell you without a doubt what did happen to both you and I during the process of this great wealth redistribution. You got to pay attention to people who want reparations for things that they did. Yes, some of us are owed a lot, but the problem is there are too many people entitled and justifying the coonery that they did, the debauchery that they did, and that's to their own people. A lot of people don't want me to tell you this information is because they don't want to be seen. Much like that other person didn't want to be seen. You go back and hide in the woods like you've been hiding. You tell yourself that you too good to come out of the woods because you don't want to be seen. You are not smarter than everybody else out here. There are other people with brains. There are other people with angles. There are other people with gifts. There are people with eyes. So you mean to tell me you're going to blind everybody? You're going to block all their ears? You're going to block all their mouths? You're going to do the whole world that way? Everybody is not going to succumb to these mind tricks that you got going on. Everybody don't do gaslighting that way. A lot of us are not violent because we understand that you set it up to that point where you want us to get locked up, and you are going to try to cash in on us getting locked up. So we know we can't deal with you the way the world has to deal with you. We got to deal with you spiritually like you tried to deal with us behind closed doors, because you are a coward. You are a coward to your life. You didn't show up holy in your life, but you showed up holy to take mine. And that's the problem I have. How the hell you gonna go harder at me or my own life than you went at your own life? Huh? You are depending on my savings from me working while I got children. Why didn't you do yours? Why didn't you love yourself? Some of y'all had talents, but y'all ignored them because you found yourself in a sweet pocket taken from people. And instead of you taking that sweet pocket and realizing that you could switch the script could flip at any given time, no, you said you was going to become a writer, but you didn't become a writer. You said you was going to become an author, but you didn't become an author. You stole from those who could because you wouldn't. It ain't because you can't. You stole because people would and you couldn't. And you told yourself you was going to be the puppet master. Well, the strings are cut now. I want you to deal with it. Deal with the chaos. Be strong like we had to be. Okay. You fare well. The tree line has been cut. I'm going to walk away with the weapons I got, because I know when to hold them and I know when to fold them. You see me in the dark, but I got a flashlight. You tried to drown me in the dark. Now look who bonded. That's 8. That's karma. You see that black? You know when that bird come, that meat ain't fresh.